So today I'm going to be making some scones, or some scones, whatever you might want to call them. I call them scones, some people call them scones, but hey, it doesn't really make any difference. What we've got to start with is over here I have 275 grams of self-raising flour, and there's a few other ingredients. But the first thing you need to do is to get your oven on, get it banged on to 200 degrees to 220 degrees C, get that temperature up. So with our oven set to 200 degrees, we'll let that warm up. We'll concentrate on our other ingredients. You're going to want about a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder. You want 85 grams of soft butter. You're going to want 25 grams of caster sugar, about 150 mils of fresh milk, and 1 egg. Oh. And 1 egg. Oh, and don't forget, you're going to need about 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So, we're going to get a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, our baking powder and our flour all mixed together. You know what, really get this butter well mixed into the flour now, so you've got a really good breadcrumb consistency to it. Okay, so next you want to add in your caster sugar. And you want to add in your 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And once that's all mixed together, you can add in your 150 millilitres of milk and get yourself a nice dough-like consistency. Work it really well. And as you can see, that milk starts to bind the whole mixture together into a nice dough. So once you've worked this scone mix now, what you can do is tip it out onto a floured surface, okay, and just hug it up a little bit, alright? Flatten it out. And you know, if it's a little bit too moist, don't be scared to throw some more flour in it. Okay, you might want to put an extra 10, 20, 30 grams of flour in it, but get it to a nice consistency so it doesn't really stick to your fingers. There we are, I'm going to pop that back into its bowl. Cover it, just let it rest for about half an hour. So this scone dough has been resting for about half an hour. I'm going to tip this out onto a floured surface and get that coated with all the flour so that it's all covered in it. Hug it up a little bit more. And then what we're going to do is you're going to take a rolling pin, we're going to roll this out so that it's about 1 inch thick. Okay, with that all rolled out quite nicely, I'm going to use like a cake cutter, okay? We've got a fluted and a plain side. And you know what? You can use any size you like. As long as this is all the same depth all the way around, it's going to cook pretty evenly anyway. So I'm going to use, I think it's like about a 3-inch cutter, okay, 7.5 centimetres. But you use any size you like, but this is about the standard size for some scones. And we're just going to cut these out now straight out. And there we are. We can just put the rest of this dough now. We'll roll that out again. Hopefully get another 4 out of there. So what we're going to do, down on the stove here, as you can see I've got a baking tray with some silicone paper on it. And we're just going to transfer those scones straight onto there. We'll cut another 4 out, or another 3. We'll bung them on, and then it's time to pop them in the oven for a sneaky 15 minutes. Okay, and you know what we're going to do with these before we pop them in the oven is we're going to give them a little bit of an egg wash, okay? You can use other things, you can use olive oil or even just a little bit of milk. But I'm going to use an egg. So give this beaten up, and be careful when you do this, because you don't want the egg to drip on the side of the scones, you just want it on the top. And there you go, 15 minutes in that oven now. 12, check them at 12, 50 minutes, they should double in size. And so there we are. Our scones have been in that oven at 180 to 200 degrees now for 15 minutes. It's time to whip these bad boys out and take a little look. And there you are. Homemade scones. Look pretty delicious, okay? Just like a good scone. Can't wait to try one of these now with some clotted cream and some jam. Classic clotted cream. But what we want to do is pop these on a wire rack, which we've got over here, let them cool down for about 20 minutes. So these scones have been cooling down for a little while now, and they're pretty rustic, but you know what? That's just how I like them. And they smell pretty fantastic. Just get them over, get some clotted cream, get some jam in them. Okay, what could be better than some clotted cream? So we have our cream here, so we're going to cut our scone in half. Looks absolutely delicious. So what do you put on first? Your clotted cream? I always do. Look at that. And then of course you add the jam. And there you are, with your clotted cream and your jam. Absolutely beautiful. Take a